guess it's that guy there. All righty. Okay. So today, what are we doing? We're going to do some work around Microsoft Graph, and we're using the OpenAPI spec in order to create plugins that are specific to certain endpoints that will allow us, in this case, to send to look at what the last mail is and also send a mail. However, when you send a mail, it is going to go to the drafts folder, then you have to click send. So let's start off here. Where's that thing at? Oh, here we go. So first of all, the Microsoft Graph has a public I guess, URI that will point you to the metadata that has the OpenAPI spec. There it is right here. OData service. I guess it's there. I shouldn't have even read it. However, this is, here we are. Let's go to 500,000. It is a huge, huge file. So here's 500,000 lines. Not even quite. There it is. And here's the end, which is almost 1,000,000 lines. It's actually 850,000 lines of information in this YAML. So you could infer that you can't necessarily load that every time to figure out what you need to do. However, all of the descriptions of the endpoints that we have, and I think last I count, there's like 6,700 or so endpoints, and there's even more methods and calls that you can do from that. I forgot what that number is. But what if you wanted to just do mail? So what I did, and I won't even pretend that it's me with the aid of AI. I basically loaded the file and I said, hey, cut this up and allow me to read and send emails as a long DOM user. And it gave me this. This is what you will see inside here. All right, and this right now is 169 lines. However, it basically will have inside there a path for a get, and somewhere down here a path for a post, right? So it's gonna do a send mail and a get mail, and obviously you would have to also have this inside your scopes as well. All right, why did it go away? It's probably because that stupid thing in it. All right. So anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to have, I guess we should just get to the meat of it. What we're going to do is we're going to use Semantic Kernel. We're only going to load the messages plugin. We're only going to do a send and give me on my email and also send an email for me. We're using OpenAI as the models. We're using GPT-4o, and we are also doing a couple of things as well. In this case, it's only one. I guess I could actually do more than one as a nice test, but right now we're only doing one. Where the heck is it? Well, yeah, it's down here. So we are doing something in Semantic Kernel that allows us to do an auto-info kernel function. So it's going to look at the prompt and then figure out, and I'm going to change this actually down to 2000. To look at the prompt and then decide which plugins to load. But we're not loading a lot this time, so that's completely fine. So what we're going to do now is we are going to fire off this prompt, which is basically going to say, hey, I need some help. Can you tell me what the last couple of emails on Reddit is? And let me go over to here, and we're going to use Ada Advanced as the means of doing that. And we can see that we have a Kaiser Soze and something that came from me, right? We can see that. So let's go ahead and do a .NET run. Let's move this up a little bit as well. And fire that off. This is using device code auth. So we do that. We come over to here. We come to here. And we click on this here. We drop that code inside here. We click next. We click next with Adele. And we do sign in. Sign in. It tells us, yep, successful. We come over to here. And what we would expect to see is those two emails that you said couple. Couple is inferred as two. and we would expect that to come back pretty soon. It did say we clicked it, right? We did click it, right? Oh, no, we didn't. Continue. All right, so now it should work. That's a good catch. There it is. Okay, so we've loaded some plugins. We can see that my prompt is there, and boom, we can actually see that we have email number 1 and email number 2, which is what you saw inside that browser. All well and good. So we can receive emails. All right, we can see that. Let's go ahead and comment this out. Let's try and send an email. All right. And uncomment this guy here. Boom, boom. And in this one, we're going to say back to Kaiser that we've hit a project milestone. And the body's going to have, hey, we've done some successful tests and we're on track for deadline. Just to let you know, inside here, we can see that there's nothing inside drafts right now. And if we come over here, we're going to send this guy. So let's go ahead and file and save all. And we're going to come up here. Let's move that up here so it can be part of it. And we're going to clear this. And we're going to .NET run this. And it is going to go back through. The way I have this set up is that it clears the cache for the token because I wanted to see if I even did different users. I didn't want it to cache it, so I did it that way. Control V as well too. Okay, and 8 events and sign in. And this time, let's definitely click that so we can see that we've signed in. And now what we should see is it'll format an email. This is not deterministic, so it figures out how to do it. There it is. It says this milestone hit, successfully composed. It says it's composed. I know it's in the draft folder. In fact, can we move this up a little bit more? It can't go because of this stuff right there. Hopefully you can see it, but I can see my picture over this stuff interlaced. But this should actually be inside my drafts folder here. There it is. And when I click on it, I can see it says milestone hit, going to that person. We've hit a successful test, on track for deadline, let me know. And if I go ahead and click send, that pushes that off. And then if I come to here under Kaiser, I can see that agent balance, basically there it is right there, and boom, it actually works. So I can see it on my phone as well too. So we can see here using, stripping down that OpenAPI spec into something manageable. And in this case, doing auto invoke kernel functions, but we can certainly also just, call the function ourselves rather than doing it this way. So rather than doing it this way, we could basically just call the function ourselves, which will give us more control. But if we had a bunch of functions and we just wanted to do something natural language and have it figure it out, we can also do that as well. So boom, that's done. Hopefully you enjoy. This is something I'm working on. And this is just one of the tests, one of the iterations of test until, I get it in a place where I think it's something that we want to, eventually ship. All right. Thank you.